Good morning. So yesterday I made a video that I was very nervous to make. The reason I was nervous to make it was I knew there was a 90% chance that I would fail trying. But I decided to try it anyway because I hate when fear rules my life.
Security?
Yeah, they're yelling at us. Oh man. That's no fun. They're not going anywhere. We're not gonna get the shot. So you can't see, but they're kicking us out of the park, and I'm trying to let my time lapse keep going because it's magnificent. Well, guess what? I did fail, and that's okay. So when I got home last night, I asked you guys on Twitter what kind of questions you'd want to ask me. And I started to read through your replies. So many of the replies and questions that were coming in were from aspiring YouTubers who didn't know how to take the first step or were afraid of starting a channel and failing. If you have no interest in a Q&A or learning tips and tricks on how to make YouTube videos, then maybe this isn't the video for you. Come back tomorrow because there'll be another video of my life. These are all questions you beautiful people sent me on Twitter. Who is my own personal favorite YouTuber? Devin Supertramp, Casey Neistat, or Fun for Louie? Fun for Louie, Ben Brown, and Casey Neistat are actually the reasons I started making daily videos. Do you have any advice for people trying to teach themselves to make films? Filmmaking's kind of like a learned craft. It's like music. Some people are a lot better at it just naturally. Some people have to work really hard and go to school for it, but at the end of the day, you don't get better at it unless you're actually doing it every day. Where would be your dream place to fly your drone in one of your vlogs? Alright, my dream place to fly the drone is everywhere. Can you face swap with Hitch? Hitch! Hitch! I tricked you. Oh! That's horrifying! What do you enjoy the most about the videos you make, and is it difficult to maintain the amazing content? I think I enjoy the challenge the most and the creativity the most. Like, cameras and shots are my life. I don't know if you guys have seen exactly how excited I get when I capture one of these moments. My favorite thing about making the content I make is that every single morning when I wake up, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it that day. And then when I do get it done, or I get something done, it shows me that that was just insecurities and fear, and you can really make whatever you want. What is one thing you would like to accomplish by the end of the year? If I book another movie, great. To be honest, the only thing I really want to accomplish by the end of the year is to be making better daily videos then than I am now. I'm not gonna do daily vlogs forever, I just can't. So my goal is when I finish, that my last video is my best video, but my first video is still enjoyable. What's your favorite thing that you've filmed so far in your life, and what is something that you would like to film? It's actually a very easy answer for me. I was staying out in the desert during the summer, and I took a photo of the Milky Way galaxy behind the house we were staying in. But the thing I'd love to film most on Earth is the Northern Lights. Oh. Are you going on any trips soon? I'm taking you guys to Coachella in 24 hours. And then we're going to Hawaii next week. Shh. Any tips for someone to start their own channel? I want to do more travel videos where I document my little trip. Any tips on getting angles or places? Yes. If you are inspired by these type of videos and want to make them, do it. You're gonna have so much fun, and you'll have these amazing home movies of your life and travels. Use the smallest, lightest, least professional looking gear you can find. The bigger and bigger cameras you get, the more and more people are gonna ask you not to film. In terms of getting angles, get your basic 1 or 2 shots that show the scene, and then get yourself like 3 or 4 cool close-ups or things that just give vibes of what the video's about. Also, when you're in the location that's like the main focus of your video, get more shots than you think you could ever need, because 2 of them probably won't work. Try to find interesting ways to reveal where you are or give new information with the shot. Try to think of the shot as a way to further the storytelling. The right lighting without it being too expensive. Also, would you look at my YouTube? There's really 2 options for that. One, if you like my lighting right now, I'm sitting in front of a window. Or if you want something that you can use at night or different times of the day, or if you don't have a big window in your room. Joey Graceffa showed me you go on Amazon and look up softbox lighting and you can get like 4 lights for $300 and they're awesome. It's what me and every other YouTuber I know uses. Oh, this is a good question. What's the best camera and video equipment to use when you're first starting YouTube? This is such an important question. A lot of people think the nicer your camera, the nicer your shots turn out. That's not true. This is one of the least expensive cameras I have that I'm using right now, and it's what I use for all of my vlogging things because of one reason. It has autofocus. And let's start with the type of videos you want to produce. When you first start YouTube, I'd say there's 4 things that you have to look for in your gear. First, you really need a flip out screen. I can make sure the camera's still recording, I can make sure I'm in focus, and everything is here. I can see it, and I know that when I walk behind the camera, I won't find out all of this was for nothing. Second thing that you don't need, I didn't have it when I started, but it really helps, autofocus. That's the feature right now, which obviously allows me to move around and still stay in focus. Cameras that have this that I've found to be awesome are the Canon 70D, which I'm using right now, the Canon Rebel T4i, T5i, T6, all of those cameras, they're like $500 to $750. I'd say that's probably the cheapest to go in that route, where you can change lenses and stuff. The third thing to look for is audio quality, and it actually should be number 1. Audio quality is almost everything in a video. You'll listen to the radio without picture, but you will not watch a TV on mute. We collect so much of our information from what we hear. So on this camera, I have a $350 Rode Mic Pro. If you don't have a mic nor can afford one, you can use the voice recording app on your iPhone, and it actually works really well. And then the fourth and last thing to look for in your camera actually has a little bit more to do with the lens. A decently fast lens like this one right here is a Tamron 1750 2.8. But the faster a lens, the more light it lets in, and it allows you to shoot in worse conditions and make it look better. For instance, this is 2.8. Let me show you what it looks like at a 5. Now, these are with all of the same settings. The only thing that changed was the f-stop of the lens. You can see how much darker it is. Now, if this was the minimum f-stop on the lens of your camera, this would be as bright as you could get your video with my current lighting conditions. We'll go back to this one. Now, lastly to this question, if you want to be a vlogger, but you do not need insane quality, I'd recommend a Canon G7X. It's just a little point and shoot like this big. I actually use this camera for my vlogging. So does Casey Neistat, so does Ben Brown, so does Louis Cole. But if vlogging makes you a little insecure, or if the people that you're around get shy around a bigger camera, it's important just to have something small and not scary. Last question, would you name my baby? From now on, your baby shall be known as Hector. If there's any questions I didn't get to that you'd love to see in the next Ask Sawyer video, leave them in a comment down below and I'll be doing one of these every week or so.